Hello friends. So this is C. Ayush Kedia and I am here to solve all your doubts regarding the new tax regime and the old tax regime. Yesterday the budget has been announced and there has been a lot of confusion regarding which of the tax regime should we follow. Is there a real tax incentive which is given to us? So here we are. Let's discuss. So the new tax regime. All the changes that have been brought about are discussed here. The tax exemption has increased to 3 lakh. Earlier, there was a tax exemption of 2.5 lakh, meaning if you had an income up to 2,50,000 rupees, you did not require to pay any tax. And now the exemption has increased to 3 lakh rupees. This is applicable only in the new tax regime. It is not applicable in the old tax regime. In the old tax regime, it is still, the exemption is still 2.5 lakh rupees only. So here, the government has given an extra 50,000 rupees and as an exemption. Now the tax rebate. So earlier we know that up to 5 lakh rupees we had been enjoying the rebate and we didn't have to pay any tax on any amount. But now it has increased to 7 lakh rupees for new tax regime, meaning thereby that if we have an income up to 7 lakh rupees without any deduction being considered, so in that case, we can enjoy a rebate in such a way that we do not have to pay any tax at all. Also, the slab rates have been changed now. The income range of the slabs have been changed as well as one slab of 25% has been abolished and only five different rates are with us now as proposed in the budget yesterday. So now let us see what difference in the new tax regime has been proposed and what existed before the proposed budget. So earlier there were six different tax rates and now there's only five different tax rates. Secondly, the range of income, as I have discussed earlier, has changed. So we can see that approximately 50,000 rupees to 1 lakh rupees have been uh, considered in the lower tax bracket as per the existing regime and the proposed regime. When we compare both, we can see, supposing it is 2.5 lakh here and it is 3 lakh here, so 50,000 rupees we have to pay less 5% tax. Any range if we consider, suppose this is up to 12 lakh rupees, we have to pay 15%, but here we can see that only 10 lakh rupees it was 15%, so it is 2 lakh rupees additional on which we can pay 15% and not 20% as in the earlier range. So there has been a benefit provided to us in the new tax regime wherein we have to pay lesser rate of tax. In the new tax regime and the old tax regime, the differences that have come up is there's been no change which has been notified in the old tax regime, and therefore the different slab rates as well as the range of income has not been changed. And we see that above 10 lakh rupees, we have to pay 30% taxation if we opt for old tax regime. However, in the new tax regime, only when we cross 15 lakh rupees, we have to pay 30% taxation. So there's a difference of 5 lakh rupees if we look at this point. Okay. Also, we have to take into note that the deductions which have been allowed in the old tax regime, they are not mostly allowed in the new tax regime. And due to this, like suppose we have ATC, the deduction of investments in LIC, in Sukanya Samriddhi and other schemes, PPF, there's a limit of 1.5 lakh rupees deduction that we enjoy here. We cannot enjoy that in the new scheme. So 1.5 lakh rupees difference is created here only. Now, the next thing is, let's suppose the saving interest that we get from the bank, ATTTA, that is again not available in the new scheme, but it was available in the old scheme and it is still available in the old scheme if you opt that. 10,000 rupees for that. And similarly, ATD, the medical healthcare and health insurance that is covered in under ATD, we claim a deduction of normally 25,000 rupees up to 25,000 rupees if we are not senior citizens, and that is still not allowed in the new regime. Coming to the salary portion, the HRA, LTA, etc., all these exemptions which are allowed in the salary component as exempt under the old regime is not allowed in the new regime. So here what creates the difference. The 5 lakh rupees, if we see here only the difference, we'll find that it is a huge difference because 30% into 5 lakh, 1.5 lakh rupees taxation we have to pay extra. But if we look deeply, we'll find that a lot of deductions which are allowed in the old regime will bring this 15 lakh rupees down to 10, 12 lakh rupees. And if we calculate vis-a-vis what investment we have made, we'll find the exact amount of taxation which is imposed on us. So, what is the conclusion that we can draw from the new tax regime which is proposed and the old existing tax regime? So, first, let us look at the salaried individuals. So, if we have income up to 7 lakh rupees, including the interest from FD, including capital gain, including all other sources which are available to us, if the total income is under 7 lakh rupees or up to 7 lakh rupees, it is very beneficial to opt new tax regime because in that case, we will get the rebate and we do not have to pay any tax. If our income is above 7 lakh rupees, suppose our income is 7 lakh 50,000 rupees. Now, in this case, we have to pay tax as per the new tax regime because rebate will not be applicable to us. But let's see, if we opt for old regime and we get deduction of supposing 1.5 lakh rupees on ATC, 50,000 rupees on NPS deposit ATC CD, 25,000 rupees on medical insurance, and supposing we have salary, the HRA exemption is also over 25,000 rupees, we see that we have deducted 2.5 lakh here. And deducting 2.5 lakh, it comes under 5 lakh rupees. Now, we'll be eligible to claim the rebate and we'll have to pay zero taxation again. And therefore, we can opt for the old regime. In other cases, where both the above cases are not applicable, we can opt for the regime either old or new, depending on what our income and what our deductions are available to us. And the same will go on case to case basis. We cannot directly claim that the new tax regime is better or the old tax regime is better as per the deductions which are available to us, as per the income category that we have earned, the different exemptions that are allowed to us. Even on house and property, if we claim interest exemption of up to 2 lakh rupees, that is available only in the old regime and not in the new regime. So that is the calculation will go on case to case basis. And at the time of filing the income tax return, we can opt for either of the new tax regime or the old tax regime, depending on what we want and what is beneficial to us. Now, going for the business category, it is again the same. The change have not been made, and it is not a very different category. But there's one thing which has to be taken into consideration that if a business owner or a person having income under the head business and profession once opts for the new regime, he can opt out only once in lifetime. If he opts out, he cannot choose the option of the new regime in any further income tax return periods. But the same is not uh, imposed upon the salaried individual. This is only in the case of business individual. So if he sees a recurring benefit of going into the new tax regime, only then he must opt for the new tax regime. So this was from my side. I think I was able to clear all the confusion which was going around after the budget session. And I hope you found this in addition to your knowledge. If you have any doubts or confusion, feel free to contact me. And I hope to discuss more on this in future videos. Thank you.